hardcore boxing news, and that's what's up, man. And that's what's up, man. Okay, you gonna come on here and just break news just like that, huh?
This is Dollar.
Hey, it's your boy Jay hardcore boxing news. What you got going on, bro? We out of here.
Hey, it's your boy Jay hardcore boxing news, back at you with what's happening in the world of boxing today. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. If you can hear the sound of my voice right now, that's letting me know that God is giving you that grand opportunity to do it one more again. And I'm so glad that I am in the number as well. I'm so glad that you are in the number as well. And listen here, man, it is a Monday morning, man. It's a Monday morning. Yes, indeed. God has given us another day of opportunity, man, for sure. Yes, indeed. He gives us another chance to rock out in the hangout, man. You know what the hangout is, man. It's a spot where a bunch of degenerates get together and talk about this beautiful sport we love called boxing, man, for sure. And we had a grand old good weekend of boxing. I got stuck for a minute, boy. You hear that engine stuck? Yes, indeed. We had a good boxing weekend, man. I was happy about it. I know you were, you know, because y'all just a bunch of degenerates just like me, man. And we were able to catch some good fights, man. And as the topic and title, as you see, is Itauma ready for Usyk, man? Did I spell Usyk right? Did I say Usyk right? He said Grizzly Adams. I guess he's talking about me. I'm getting all this gray. Yes, and it's okay. It's okay. For sure, man. But yeah, before we go any further, man, you know what we must do. Let's get our morning motivation jumping off. And after that, we're going to see who hanging out with me this morning, man. Let's get it.
You've never looked at yourself in the mirror and said, you let you down. Until you get to that point, you let you down. Tell me what you complaining about. Winners complain. Winners want to hear themselves talk. Champions do not complain. Why? Because they're focusing on what they said they wanted to do as a goal. So the only thing you're missing now is, are you willing to get up and do the work? Well, we gonna complain, y'all. We gonna work. You have a chance to control your destiny. That, my friend, is the American dream, not a Cadillac.
I need you to give you your best. Come on, I'm pleading with you. Look, I'm gonna say it one more time. I need you to give you your all. I didn't say your kids. I didn't say your spouse. I didn't say your best friend. I need you for the next 30 days to give you every single thing you got.
So do me a favor, do you want it or not? The truth is, you gotta find something within. You gotta find something within, and that's gotta push you, and that's gotta elevate you, and that's gotta drive you, and that's gotta move you. Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and said, I'm not getting up on time. I'm not going to work on time. I'm not putting in 120% when I'm at work. I let me down. You are a champion. Think like one. I value myself enough to give 120% or don't do it.
Or don't do it. Wow. Yes, indeedy, man. What's up? What's up, peeps? What up, everybody? I know I'm on time. You ain't used to this, man. I'm on time. Yes, indeedy. So, you know, I know some of y'all sit back and wait 10, 15 minutes before you even jump into the hangout because y'all know I'll be late. I fooled you today. Yes, indeed. He in here on time. Who we got up in here so far, though? Who is rocking out with me already this morning? Well, we already know, first of all, it's him. It's always him. It's my broski, Mike Rim, Fisherman Shorty in the building. He said, good morning, everybody, and happy Monday. Oh, man, he must have had a beautiful weekend talking about happy Monday. I ain't never heard him say happy Monday. Okay, happy Monday. All right, who else up in here this morning? All things, hashtag AMC FSG. Blessings, Hardcore Boxing Hangout. Hit the like button. What he said. Hit the like button, man. For Shizzo. All right. Look all up in here, all bright and bushy tail. All bright and bushy tail. Mama Do in the house. Mama Do in the house. Shut your mouth. She said, peace and many blessings. Peace to you too, sis. For sure. Then we got the professor, our booger in the building. He said, yo. Okay. All right. And then we got Mike Rim calling me Grizzly Adams. Then we got another one of my broskies in here. Being in Boxing News says, salute to the hangout. I was in New Orleans this past weekend to support one of my frat brother's dad dad's funeral. While they received a phone call, one of my close frat bros had a blowout accident and died. Damn. I'm sorry to hear that, being in Boxing News, man. Prayers and condolences go to their family and to you as well, my brother. For sure. Sorry to hear that. Without a doubt. Okay, look who else is in the building. The King is in the building. The Rise Podcast, hashtag JBT, all access. International Cinnamon Cobb is in the building. What up, Playboy? Good to see you. For sure. Rocking out. I know you on one of your 50 million jobs right now, doing the job thing. You dig. Mama Do, being in Boxing News, she says she's sorry to hear that, my broski. For sure, man. And that's just how life is, man. It sucker punches you, man. It catches you with the joint that you didn't expect. You know what I mean? And that's why I always stress, do all that you can do today, man. Because tomorrow, it ain't promised to you at all, man. It's not promised to you. So let's be all that we can be today. Senior said, a job ain't nothing but work. Okay, Confucius. Okay. Look who in the building. We ain't seen in a minute. D1. He said, work sucks. Salutes OG and flowers for the ladies. He said, work sucks. Okay. All right. I can dig it. I see you was out there, had your interview hat on the other day. Salute to you about that, my broski, man. And more to come, man. More to come. Because that's what it's about. Upward mobility, man. You know, doing something different and continue on moving forward in life. Being in Boxing News says, thanks, Mama Do. For sure, man. For sure, man. That's what it's about, upward mobility, man. So keep doing those interviews. You never know. It might be your thing, man. You never know. And actually, that's how you make the money on YouTube, keeping it right. You know, do the videos, perfect, real good thumbnail and a good title. You never know which video is going to soar. You know, I'm going to tell you, man, the way you word those videos is the way you make money. You know what I mean? You know, you just did the interview with, I can't think of the kid name, but he was the kid that works out with Tank from DC. You know what I mean? Just the changing of the words saying, you know, Tank spawn partner such and such says this. You know what I'm saying? Now they done seen Tank name, and now that's what blows the video up. And it's a shame that person name alone couldn't do it. And then sometimes it can, depending on what the title is and everything. But when you include Gervonta Tank Davis, which is, superstar, it blows that video up. Food for thought, man. You know what I mean? These are the type of things we used to talk about when we were doing the content creator meetings and things of that nature. You did. So those are so important. Thumbnails are important. Me and B3Z, when he was over my house last week, we were talking about that. You know what I mean? What makes a video take off? Got to be a fire thumbnail and a great title, man. And then when they get on, the first 45 seconds, man, you got to be talking about what the video is about, so that way you don't lose the person's interest. All right. Hey, that was a free one, man. For sure. Yes, indeed. Okay, the first lady of the hangout is in the building. Heather E was the first lady that ever came to the hangout, man, and she is our sis. Salute to you, Heather E. We appreciate you, Queen E, for sure. Yes, indeed. Mama Do say peace to everyone in the chat. I was talking about you the other day, Mama Do. I was talking about how, certain months we always had some type of word. And that word, I think, that struck Mama Do the most was intentional. You know what I mean? It was intentional. And she really grasped onto that word intentional and was real intentional about the things that she was doing, man. And she's been doing amazing work at her job. She's just been doing her thing. So don't think I'll be watching. Oh, I'll be watching. You dig? But yeah, intentional, man. Be intentional about the things that you do, for sure. Without a doubt. And shout out to her other half. Yes, indeed. Papa Do. You know what I mean? Always doing his thing, man. And a big example of what a YouTube boxing channel should be about. You dig? He is, if anything, he's consistent as hell and persistent. You know what I'm saying? And always going to give the fighters their just due, for sure. But yeah, man, what do y'all think about this weekend, man? Moses Itauma, man, put the big hands. He put the big hands on Dillian White, man. That one time I was like, man, did he really hit him? You dig? But he got him out of there first round. I'm being impressed by this kid every time he comes out, man. He impresses me, man. And yeah. And when you look at him, he don't look threatening or anything like that. If you've seen him walking down the street, he got a basic dad body and he looks like he's about 39 years old and he's just 20. He's just 20. Well, the topic and title today is Moses Itauma ready for Usyk, man? Put it in the chat. Tell me what y'all think, man. Mama Do say, well, Jay, Kyer is walking up to the kids at daycare asking if he can punch them or not. Oh, Lord, the boy turning into a bully. Y'all need to get that boy into boxing as soon as they allow. I don't know what's the youngest age they get kids into boxing, but shoot, you're going to have to definitely get him. And we got to get him a little punching bag. Matter of fact, I'm going to make that my duty to get him one of those punching bags that, remember back in the day, they had the weeble wobble, but they don't fall down. Yeah, you got something real heavy on the bottom of the base. And every time the kid punch it, it jumps back up. I'm going to have to find him one of them and send that to him. He said, dang, he just old looking on life weighing on him. He just got that old look. That's all. Yo, because trust me, if he go around asking people to guess his age, and he say, look, if you guess my age, I give you $5. If you guess my age, I give you $10. But if you can't guess, you give me $2. Trust and believe. At the end of the day, he'll have more $2 than $10, man, for sure. He has his gloves at home, man. He's home from school today. He needs a break from fighting these kids. Well, he come from a fighting home, man. He sees his father talking about boxing all the time. Mom's talking about boxing all the time. He just grew up in a boxing family, you know what I mean? So kids are sponges, man. They will, do what they see. You dig? And that's just how it is, man. Speaking of kids, I had to take my youngest son, my last kid that's in school, had to take him to football practice this morning. Matter of fact, I got to pick him back up around 11 something. And, he's starting high school. So I decided to have you're going to high school talk with him today. You know what I mean? And even a little bit more older conversation about certain things about life. You know what I mean? And it's amazing when you just see these kids. And since he's the youngest of all my children, I think he's going to be because he learns from all his siblings. He learns from all his siblings. You see what I'm saying? So he takes a piece from that person, 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 and he builds himself. You know what I'm saying? So the last one, and he's quiet. He's a thinker. You know what I mean? You dig? So I was having a conversation with him. So he the one I definitely got to watch for sure. For sure. This weekend, I dropped him off at a pool party. I'm like, pool party? You going to pool parties already? All right, what else we got? He said, and he be calling out Kerr, or even better, he be like the businessman. Look who in the building. Remo, the super producer's in the building. He said, White ain't have to guess his age. He got hit with everything but the kitchen sink. I don't know. I think he got hit with the sink as well, Remo. For sure. Speaking of the angel, look who in the building. Just Do Boxing. My little big homie's in the building. 4 o'clock shorty, if you will. Just Do. What's up with you? He said, peace, big homie. Respect to the Hangout family with 100. All right, that's what's up. Good to see you, soldier, for sure. Heather E said, right, the baby sees it all. How to keep out of the trouble, because we seen the oldest get it. How about that, right? For sure. But yeah, man, Itauma did his thing. He whipped Dylan's assicle bad, didn't he? He whipped his ass bad. Matter of fact, let's revisit Itauma whipping Dylan's assicle, y'all. I hope I don't get hit with this. Yo, and then Dillian was complaining about why they stopped the fight. What do you mean why they stopped the fight, man? Did you not? Well, I guess you didn't see yourself fall into them damn ropes and da-da-da and da-da-da. Yo, he put hands and feetatress on that boy, man. Yes, it did. But what's next for that kid, man? What's next? He said, damn, I heard that man hit the ring like I was ringside. Hey, yo, man, he whipped the shiznick out of that dude, man. I kid you not. Itauma is that dude, and he's just 20, y'all. He's just 20. That's scary, y'all. That is too scary. But my question I asked you earlier is Moza Itauma ready for Usyk? And you know what? And they asked Tyson Fury about that. And this is what Fury had to say about it.
I keep getting asked about young Moses Itauma fighting Alexander Usyk and fighting other big names. And my opinion is not someone who don't know boxing. My opinion is someone who has been there and won every single belt, won everything there is to win in boxing, and done very well. Boxing is a young man's game. Like I told Vladimir Klitschko when he was 37, boxing's a young man's game and it waits for nobody. So here's the opinion, you've heard it here first. Moses Itauma will wreck all them old men out of the division. Usyk, AJ, Miller, whoever there is who's old, Zhang, fucking whoever else there is, Luis Ortiz, all these big names of the past are all a spent force. And even the world champion now, if they took my belts and give them to Usyk, Moses will wreck him, because he's young man versus an old man. An old man can't mess with young men.
It is true, man. It is. We always say that in the hangout, man, that it's a young man's game. It's a young man's game. I mean, that's a boxing cliche, but it's so true, man, that, very seldom you see the old man winning those fights. Now, we did see when Floyd fought Canelo, you know what I mean? Floyd handled his business. You did, because Floyd is just technically sound. The IQ is through the roof. His reflexes are amazing. His footwork is just second to none, and he don't smoke. He don't drink. You know what I mean? He's just an epitome of what a boxer is, So, but you don't get as many Floyd's come around, you know what I'm saying? There ain't a dime a dozen when it comes to Floyd at all. You dig? So, and the question is he ready for Usyk? Usyk is talented. Usyk is smart. Usyk is everything, you know what I mean, that you need to be a heavyweight champion of the world. And that's why he is heavyweight champion of the world. But can he beat this young kid, Moses Itauma? Is the question, man. I think it will be a good fight, but the longer the fight lasts, then I have to start leaning towards the young man, Itauma, man. It's only a few cats, man, I think, that can even go the whole 12 with him. And I think Joseph Parker could be another one. But in the long run, I think he still beats both of them. That's just my opinion, that eventually the boy is sharp and he has fast hands, man. Yo, he's fast as shiznit for a heavyweight. So, and him and Usyk's what? They about the same size too? Ooh, Lord, there go my twin right there. Twin in the building. What up, Tim Layton? Hashtag JBT. He said, blessing, my friend owns a place and they do what I do. So tonight, I go to him and help. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. But yeah, man. He has made me excited about the heavyweight division again. There is some young cats that I do want to see him fight, though. I definitely want to see him fight, and hopefully we get him versus Herkovich next, or him against, what's that dude named? Kayabel. I'd like to see him against him. You know what I'm saying? Those are the type of fights I want. I want to see them young cats against each other. You know what I mean? Them Thundercats do their damn thing. That's what I want to see. But him against these older cats, man, I'm sorry, man. Yeah. When you get to a certain age, I think you shouldn't fight no more, period. You know what I mean? That's why I carry the bag, man. I ain't doing no fighting. I'm sorry, man, at all. Yes, indeed, man. Don't even act like you gonna punch on me, man. I'll be like Quick Draw McGraw, man, without a doubt. Not playing that. But then I got young sons too, man. I sick them on you. I sick my young sons on you for sure. Without a doubt, man. I got 4 boys and none of them play, Jack, at all. He should fight an Andy Ruiz. He'll beat the stuffing out of Andy Ruiz, man. When was the last time Andy Ruiz even fought? So he been out the ring for a minute, Remo. He been out the ring for a minute. So, yeah. Andy Ruiz got fast hands, though. I like that about him. He has fast hands, but he can't mess with Itauma at all, man. He can't mess with him. You dig? I definitely want to see Itauma against someone like a Parker. You know what I mean? Somebody that's methodical. You know, someone that's going to take his time. Someone that's poised. You know what I mean? That's not going to make a lot of mistakes in the ring, and see how he adjusts to fighting someone like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I need to see now. You know, I want to see him fight someone that's more skillful. I want to see him fight someone more skillful. He fought Big Baby to a draw last year, but he's so much better. He said he fought Big Baby to a draw last year. Who is that? Are you talking about Andy Ruiz? Who talk to me? Who you talking about, Remo? And which Big Baby we talking about? Give me more information, man. Give me more information, man. So that way I can respond with, like I know what I'm talking about. Okay. For sure. But yeah, man, what's up, folks? I hope everybody's good, fine, and for time. He said, yeah. Okay, I said 3 different things just now. So you're talking about Andy Ruiz and Big Baby, they fought? Well, Big Baby, for one, is not a big skillful guy, to be truthfully honest. He's just a big guy. You know what I'm saying? So that's not saying to Big Baby Miller. Yeah, that ain't saying too much at all. At all. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Big Baby Miller ain't nothing unless he got those things in him, man. Yeah. Yeah. And then he uses his stamina and size to roll over you. Other than that, man, he ain't got no skills at all, man. And I really don't feel though that he has that much heart either. Yeah. As soon as that press get on him, he folds, man. Yeah, he folds, man. So I ain't there. Jannard Hill, what up? Jannard Hill. Don't you have a channel, Jannard Hill? If I'm not mistaken, salute to you, soldier. He said, more Moses steps up, the more different the power will be. Amen. And boom, shagalag meant to that. I agree with you, without a doubt. You know what I mean? Like I say again, man, I want to see Moses with the skill set. I want to see how he deals with people that have skills where you have to use that brain trust. You know what I'm saying? That you're going to have to be poised, that you're going to have to set traps. I want to see him setting traps more. I want to see him against people that's going to make him think and pay when he makes mistakes. You know, and I want to see how he reacts to those type of things, man. You know, I want to see some more of the attributes that he has. So, but for right now, everything that he does, I like a lot, man. I do for sure. So man, put it in the chat though. Put it in the chat. Do y'all think he's ready for Usyk's next fight? I just want to see what y'all think about it, man. 'Cause I know we got some of the top minds in boxing in the hangout, man. So put it in the chat. Let me know what y'all think. And some of y'all peekaboos. I know some peekaboos up in here, man. Peekaboos up in here. Mr. Jannard Hill. I know I've seen your name for sure. Is this your first time in the hangout? And if so, I want to welcome you to the hangout. We're just a bunch of hardcore degenerates to get together and talk about this beautiful sport we love called boxing. We only got one rule around here. No hitting below the belt. I mean, we don't talk about nobody's mom up in here. Other than that, everything else is fair game. We want to welcome Mr. Jannard Hill to the hangout. And y'all make sure that y'all give him a good, hardcore and welcome. Let him know that he didn't get here by happenstance. He's been divinely appointed into the hangout. Salute, soldier. For sure. But yeah, man, good weekend of boxing, man. We pretty much everybody that's supposed to win this weekend won. You dig? We had Ford. He beat Nova. I knew that was going to happen. You know what I mean? I think what was the best rumble was Man, what was the heavyweights, man? They had a good rumble. I can't think of the names. Adele, what's his name? David Adele and what you call him? That was a good fight. But yeah, man, everybody that's supposed to win did win this weekend. And Fabio Wardley versus Itauma is a good rumble. Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that. I like any of the younger guys against the younger guys, man. You did. But they try not to do those. They try to like let the fights marinate and wipe out all the older cats first because the names are the money. The names are the money. You dig? So, and they try to not let any of the good guys that are, like, I don't know, will we get a Herkovich versus a Tama right now? I don't know if we get that right now because that's a money fight. That's a money fight. They want you to pay for sure on that fight. But the good thing about it is we got Turkey. In Turkey, we trust at this point, right? Turkey has that endless war chest, man, to make all these fights happen. And what I like about Turkey is he's like us. Turkey's supposed to be in the hangout, man. He is just a hardcore that wants to get the best fights happening right now. And has the do-re-mi fa-sa-lo-ti to make it happen. Remo said the UK runs the dinosaur division. I can't argue with you. All the American big guys now are playing football, man. They decided not to get into boxing, man. So all the big guys that probably would have did well, that athletic shorties, man, they are playing football or basketball right now. They are not trying to get punched in the head at all. Seawood was good. My guy, my bro in the building. He said, JBT, good morning. And salute to the chat. Itauma and Usyk is too soon. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But we can fantasize, can't we? Yo, but I have to put an interjection there. Usyk old, man. Usyk is old, so we can't wait but so long because then they're saying they're aging them out. Yeah, they're saying we're aging them out. So that fight has to happen by next year. It has to happen by next year because after a while, it starts to not being competitive anymore. Yeah, it starts to not being competitive anymore. It starts to, because Usyk has to start declining eventually. Yeah. And he ain't gonna be able to take shots. That's the thing. That's, how they say power is the last thing to go, but the first thing is you not being able to take shots like you used to. Yeah. So what makes a fight that used to be a hell of a fight not so much anymore, man, because you can't take that shot. I.e. Tyson Fury. He can't take that shot no more. He can't. And once you can't take that shot anymore, it's over, Rover, for sure. I'm just letting you. I ain't going back and forth with none of y'all about it either. But I tell you what, before we go any further, man, grab your cups of coffee, tea. If you on the you're in the UK or something, and you're in the evening time, or you down under somewhere, and you're drinking your nightcap right now, y'all grab that. Let's have a station break, y'all.
It's time for a station break, y'all. So grab that cup of coffee. Take you a sip. Smell that aroma. Now back to the show.
Yeah, back to the show. And matter of fact, that was Big Dre as the voiceover. I want to thank Big Dre And also I want to thank G Peasy. Both of them hit the Cash App last week and sent me $5 each, man. Five big ones, man. So I want to thank you fellas for that, man. I want to thank you fellas for that, man. You know what I mean? I was looking at my Cash App after the show went off. I'm like, damn, I didn't even get a chance to thank those broskies, man, for that. So I appreciate it. Trust and believe I do, man. I didn't even put the goal up for the day where you all can bless the super chats or the Cash App, but I'm gonna do that as we are on here right now because it can still be done. And I know someone might want to bless the channel, so I want to make sure I have all the ways for you to be able to do that. You dig? So I'm going to do that right now for anybody that wants to bless the hangout. You can do so. It's in the chat now. Construction Shorty is in the building. Talib Cunningham says, good morning. Appreciate that. Appreciate that for sure. And hey, y'all, guess what? It's my birthday week, man. Friday or Saturday, whatever day is the 22nd, man. I'm gonna be 57 years old. And I ain't gonna lie, man. From 56 to however I am right now, 56 and so the day, I've learned so much, man. I kid you all. I kid y'all not. I probably learned more in this last year that I collectively learned in a lifetime. Man, I'm gonna tell you, I got a crash course in this last year, man. Seriously, you know what I mean? And that's horrible for me to even say that I probably learned more in this last year than my whole lifetime. You did, but man, I learned a lot, man, and I'll be 57. So we throwing a birthday party for me whenever the 22nd is. I believe it's Friday, though. I believe it's Friday. Let me look. Let me look. Yes, indeed. And I was one that wasn't big on birthdays, man. But you all, I ain't gonna lie, y'all changed that for me, man. Because I had an amazing birthday party online last year, man. And now I look forward to a birthday, man, because I'm around people that actually appreciate me, man. So I think Heather, you said, can I come? Yes, you can, sis. It will be Friday. We're going to throw that birthday party, and I'm going to hit that bag 57 times, man. I'm going to hit that bag 57 times, man. Fast and hard, Jack. Fast and hard. Because I told you, I feel amazing. I feel great, man. You know what I mean? I'm exercising now. I'm eating correctly. One thing I gotta do, man, I gotta get them sweets out of my life, man. Yeah, I gotta take them sweets, man, because as you know, I had to take alcohol out of my life because it was weakening my heart. Alcohol weakens the heart. I never knew that. You know what I'm saying? So I had to stop drinking. Bummers. But in replace, man, I started eating more sugar, man. I kid you not, which is not good for me because I'm a diabetic as well. So yeah, man, it just taking away everything I love. But I feel though that God is stripping me down for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And I really believe that He's stripping me down. He's taking away a lot of different things in my life, man, because He's preparing me for something right now. And I dig it. I ran for a long time, so it ain't no more running now. You did. I gotta face the whatever they say, face the music, I guess. Yes, indeed, for sure. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna do that Friday. All right, back to boxing, man. Back to boxing. Who's fighting this week? I'm not even sure. Is there any good fights happening this week? Or do we have a bye this week? Do we have a bye this week? But I tell you what, let's go ahead and get into what's happening in the world of boxing today. Yeah. Let's get into what's happening in the world of boxing today. Let's see. What's the first thing, y'all? What we got on our list of what's happening in the world of boxing? Okay. First of all, Oscar De La Hoya calls out Xander Zayas for Virgil Ortiz fight fallout, man. Hey, you know what? And one thing I can say about Oscar now, man, he definitely stays relevant. We all look for his takes on Thursdays and everything, and he's staying relevant. He's definitely staying relevant for sure. And we look forward to seeing what he has to say. But I tell you what, instead of me just telling you, why don't we just let Oscar tell you what he got to say right now? Let's see.
Hey, what's up, guys? Playing beautiful Pebble Beach, but I had to stop my golf because it's so frustrating. Boxing right now is just stale, especially here in America. Fighters don't want to fight each other. Perfect example, Xander Zayas. We have a perfect fight for you on a silver platter, pay-per-view. Let's do it from Las Vegas, MGM. And you keep saying you want to go to Puerto Rico? How? Your promoter has no TV whatsoever. Where are you going to fight? Fucking OnlyFans? Dude, we have the zone. We have the pay-per-view. We have the date. You and Virgil, Mexico, Puerto Rico. It's huge. What are you waiting for? Let's do this. I mean, this era right here, I cannot wait for this era to finish. Only the fighters that don't want to fight and who are literally pussies, man. They want to do it for extra millions and this and that. No, let's be real here. Pay-per-view, the zone, Virgil Ortiz, Xander Zayas. Let's do it. Las Vegas. What are you waiting for?
I do like that fight. What do y'all think, man? I think that fight's pretty sexy, man. I like the kid Zayas. You know what I'm saying? So we wonder why they're not trying to make that fight happen right now. What do y'all think? Would y'all want to see Zayas versus Virgil Ortiz next? Which we probably won't get next. You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think, man? Talk to me quick before I forget, because y'all know I will forget. But I normally don't agree with Oscar too much, man. I stopped being an Oscar guy after he stopped fighting. You know what I mean? Because one thing about Oscar, he wasn't ducking too many people, man, at all. You dig? And he was a phenomenal fighter when he was in the game, Jack. You know, it was just his outer ring antics that we did not find too pleasing at all. You did. But other than that, man, Oscar, man, I agree with him on this, man. These fighters today, you know what I mean? They're so entitled. You know what I mean? I mean, they're making more money than they've ever made in boxing at this particular time. You know, I remember, and it wasn't not too long ago, where to get $1 million in a fight was just, it was a unicorn. You would have to fight Floyd Mayweather or Oscar or someone like that to get $1 million. Now, the $1 million, man, is a dime a dozen now. You're getting that, man. And I'm happy about it. Don't get me wrong now. I don't want y'all to say, oh, Jay hating on fighters getting paid. No, sirree, Bob. No, what I'm saying is they paying that money. Why ain't y'all still fighting now? Why ain't y'all still fighting? And you turning these fights down, and next thing you know, you get snubbed by a lesser opponent, and you done blew the bag. You done blew the bag. You did? So, because it's not promised to you at all. Make these fights happen, man. Satisfy the fans, the ones that pay your bills. I'm keeping it real. I'm talking to fighters right now, man. You know, we're the ones that are paying these bills, man. Give us some of the fights we want. Come on, man. Y'all got to do better. A fight that I'm mad about that we ain't getting right now. Y'all know what fight it is, man. but it doesn't look like we're going to get that fight right now, is Gervonta Tank Davis and Roach, man. It's like we're not going to get that fight, man. And I'm so perturbed about that. You know, is this going to be one of them fights, man, that gets swept up under the rug? You know what I mean? The rematch that never happens. Will that happen? Recently, they had Roach speaking on it, and he's been speaking a lot lately. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can find what Roach had to see. The last interview that he had. Let me see. Do I have it? Yeah,
Well,
maybe I do. Here it is.
first off, the rematch, yes, it don't look like it's happening. That's just to, put it out there and be transparent with everyone because that's the only question I get 10 times a day, maybe even more. So, that's what it is, and that's what it's looking like. Again, we still haven't heard from his camp, like specifically when it comes to the business. So, it is what it is. As far as my future, man, we moving on. We can't just sit around and drag our feet. But there has been some recent news that his charges got dismissed in Florida.
That's good news. But does that open up the possibility of for talks to reopen, champ, or are you gonna move on for the time being and maybe revisit this later? What's the general feeling with you and your camp?
I mean, like I said, we're not going to sit and wait. I think their best bet is to, try to structure something. If not, we're gonna move forward. We don't have time to be. It's not like we're the cash cow. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But do you think he even wants to fight you?
honestly, no.
Back in the day, I know you always talking about back in the day, Jay. It ain't back in the day anymore, and you're right. It ain't. But back in the day, when another fighter said something like that, oh, it was on. I'm scared of you. I'm scared of you. Oh, hell to the Nizar. We gonna get it in. We gonna get it in. If we don't look, if we don't get it in on the ring, I'm gonna catch you at one of these shops, and we gonna fight, man. Something gonna happen, man. It is what it is, man. Heather E say, but I was talking to Daddy, and he said Gervonta should fight him later because pushing it looks like he's trying to prove something. He's the champ. Mike Rim says Stevenson said if the fight don't go through, Roach, I'll spray you. No, he did. I like that fight. Man. Stevenson versus Roach, man. A technical scrap for sure. A technical scrap for sure. They damn near the same fighter, to be honest, except Stevenson is more has more defensive prowess. He's more defensive, but man, intelligence, they're both intelligent as hell. Ring IQ, crazy work. So yeah, I like that fight, man. I also heard two of the Russells want to fight him. Gary Russell, the oldest, wants to fight him, and Antoine wants to fight him. You dig? So he has options. Roach definitely has options. When it comes to Tank, I just feel though that there's a Pacquiao fight in the midst of being announced. That's just my opinionation. I have not talked to my PBC guy. He has not enlightened me and said, yeah, this, that, and the. This is what I'm thinking. And I think right now that they are negotiating and talking about that right now. And I think, this is me again, I think the biggest hang up right now is the weight. What weight would they fight if Gervonta and Pacquiao got it on? And I think that's the biggest snagment right there, y'all. Y'all like that snagment? Hey, Booger, can you put that in the Hangout the source, please? Yeah. I just think that's what we're waiting on, y'all. That's what we're waiting on. PBC got two of the biggest profiles over there. They got Gervonta and they got Mr. Pacquiao. And I feel, though, that they're going to make that fight happen. As I said to you all last week, I don't know how it works itself out. Do, Tank knocking out Pacquiao, does he get that effect from it? Larry Holmes, when he knocked out Ali, when he beat up Ali, you know what I mean? He got a lot of flack from that. And he never got the gratitude or the love that he probably should have got, because the Eastern Assassin was one bad shut your mouth, man. You dig? Our Booger says Roach, what? Roach run up on him at the Chrome Heart store. Post the whole thing online. Oh yeah? Roach ran up on who at the Chrome Heart store? And if so, can you send that to me? Can you send that to me, please? But yeah, man, these cats gotta fight, man. They gotta fight. Let me tell you something. Certain fights, you don't even have to worry about the money. The money will come because you made those particular fights, i.e. Tank versus Ryan Garcia. They made that fight happen early, and the money was there. The money was there. You give the fans the fights that they want, and trust and believe they will pay for it, y'all. They will pay for those fights that you give to them, the ones they want. And again, I really don't think it's the fighters, man. I believe it's the management that are not making these fights, man, because they want to squeeze every other chance of any other smaller fights that they can get paid for. Easy fights, i.e. Spence, when he was supposed to have been fighting Bud, but yet he wanted to clean up his side of the street first, got up all the little things first, and then did the big one. But by that happening, life happens. And when life happens, man, those are the uncontrollable things, man. When life happens, life be happening, man. Yeah, man. And it comes out the blue. Cut Creator One, what it do? Tank is scared of Roach. Okay, that's what's up. A lot of people don't like roaches, man. Fighting Pac-Man opens the door to so much criticism. Running from Shakur, no T.O., fighting Devin at 47. Yeah, but, to be truthfully honest, I don't think Tank care no more. You know what I mean? What y'all think? Oh, I think, or we think, or me think. You did? I think all he cares about is the best bag that he can get before he runs off to the sunlight or whatever. You did? I feel though we only got maybe a year left of Tank. Yeah, I don't think we got no more than a year left of Tank. Yeah. So at this point, we're going to get the fight. If he fights Pacquiao, he stops Pacquiao. The next big fight that you probably get won't be a Roach or Shakur or any of them cats. You might get a Jake Paul if Joshua don't beat the stew out of him. If Joshua does not beat the stew out of Jake Paul, man. And look. What's so crazy about that? Joshua could go the distance with Jake Paul and do just as much damage to his profile. Do y'all see what I'm saying? Because you going the distance with a Jake Paul and winning still looks bad. Only thing that will look good for Joshua is kicking Jake Paul ass and knocking him out or stopping him by 6. Anything else will be considered unacceptable. I'm just keeping it a band. That's just my opinion. You might agree with me, you might not. You did. So let's say Jake Paul fights Joshua, goes the distance, or get a draw. That still leaves room and open doors for him in a Tank fight, which is crazy, which is nasty work. But when I first heard that the negotiations of that was a real thing the first time, because that's the fight we supposed to get after Tank fought Roach, but Roach sidelined that. Really, that was a thing, y'all. All right. Let's get back to what's happening in the world of boxing, okay? I mean, we're talking about boxing, don't get me wrong, but I do have a list here. Booker said Tank never cared. Just look how he moves his whole career. I wouldn't say he don't care. I wouldn't say he don't care, because you never know how you would react or do things if you were on top of the world in your 20s and all the have all the money, have all the women, have all the clothes, have all the cars, has everything. How would you act in life? Because we don't know. We don't know how we would respond and react to certain situations. You did? So I wouldn't say he don't care. I think maybe he don't think things all the way through. But hey, like I said, we don't know how we would. Cut Creator said, what if Pac-Man stopped Tank? Oh my goodness. Pac-Man stops Tank and the internet breaks. The internet breaks and it sets up the rematch of Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather. And they probably break the record of their last record of 4.2 million pay-per-view sales. Because that's what everybody would want to hear now. Yo, you and Floyd need to get it on again. Pac's ready now. Pac's ready now. Oh man, every boxing pundit and the casuals, oh my goodness, will eat it up. So yeah, Cut Creator one, it would be crazy work if something like that happened. Jake is clout chasing. He is not going to fight Joshua. He's fooling y'all once again. You never know. Our Booger said, hey, Jay, are you a grandpappy yet? No, Booger. I guess you missed it, man. My daughter lost that child, Booger. The baby died, man. So no, not a grandpappy at all. At all. Cut Creator say bump. Little tink tink. Let's move on, please. Not little tink tink. Oh, you crazy. That's wild. Yeah, it's all I guess I kind of figured you didn't know, Booger, man. I know it was definitely genuine concern because you know how much I want a grandchild. But yeah, that threw me for a loop big time, Booger, man. Just finally getting over that, man. That turned my world upside down. Tank career kind of mirrors UFC John Jones. Wow. You don't have to elaborate more with that one, Remo. I mean, damn, John Jones was doing coke, and I think they both did have an accident with a woman, though. That did happen. You did. Hey, sorry about that, y'all. I mean, technical difficulties. I apologize whatsoever. I don't know what my Wi-Fi just went nighty night, just went out the way. I don't know what happened. At least downstairs in the basement. But y'all know me. I ain't in the problems, only solutions. So we gonna continue on. I'm out front right now. Moving forward. What's next? Let's see. The Battle of the Juniors. Thriving. Gary Russell targeting Lamont Roach, man. How many of y'all would love to see that fight next? Would you want to see regular the oldest Gary Russell fight against would y'all want to see Gary Russell fight against Lamont Roach? Or would y'all want to see Gary Antoine Russell fight against Lamont Roach? Or who would y'all like to see Lamont Roach fight next? Would you want to see him fight Shakur Stevenson? Because lately they have been having some back and forthment. So would you want to see him fight those? Let's see. What y'all saying? Of course, would prefer Gary Antoine. Yeah, because Gary Antoine, he's at 147. Yeah. He's at 147. So, I don't know, man. I hope we get. I hope something gets figured out because it doesn't look like we're going to get Roach coming up, man, against Tank. That it don't look like that's going to happen. Something else is a brewing right now when it comes to Javante Tank Davis. All right, moving further. Is Usyk next for Moses Itauma? All in due time. Yeah, I don't think we get that next. I really don't think that's what we get next, man. At all. I feel though that Itauma still. I prefer that he fights some more people. I want to see him fight more skillful people right now. More challenges, man. Because him just going in there and knocking cats out, that ain't helping him. Iron sharpens iron, you dig? So give him some fights against more sturdy people, someone that's more skillful. You dig? Like I said, I like the Parker fight. I like the Parker fight. Now, Parker got beat up, if I'm not mistaken, by Dillian White, didn't he? No, and I know the triangle thing doesn't work because lately, I'm gonna tell you, Joseph Parker looks amazing lately. So I wouldn't mind seeing Atama versus Joseph Parker. I wouldn't. You dig? But you know, Parker's trying to get that Usyk fight. You dig? And I think that's what he wants the most, man. So he can, because I think that's a good fight. I think that's a good fight. And it doesn't seem like Usyk wants that fight at all. But let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, y'all. Terrence Crawford fight with Canelo, just a silly gimmick or a true test of legacy? Whoever wrote that title, I'm like, come on, man. This ain't no damn gimmick. These guys at this particular time is definitely a 50-50 fight. It's definitely a 50-50 fight. I like it. You know what I'm saying? And now, if this was a year ago, or maybe 2 years ago, I wouldn't even want to see that fight, man, at all. You dig? But at this particular point, man, if Crawford can take Canelo punishment, Crawford might win that fight, y'all. That's my only concern. And Sean Porter was saying it recently too, that he was worried about uh, Crawford can take the punishment from if he could take the punishment from Canelo. If he can take that punishment, I think we're gonna have a great fight, y'all. I really do. Because we know Canelo can take the shots. He done been in there with way bigger men. So there you have it. Moving forward, y'all. What else we got? Tim Bradley explains how Usyk would drown Moses Atama in the second half of a fight. I Usyk is smart enough to not fall into the traps. But age always plays a very important factor in boxing. And just like what Fury said, man, it's a young man's sport, man. And I just see Tama eventually probably stopping Usyk, y'all. I'm gonna be honest, man. What the guy almost 40 years old? That means that guy's 20 years younger than him. That's crazy work. Moving on. Agent Caballero is the one fighter who can test Moses Itauma vulnerabilities. Yeah, I just mentioned that earlier, man. I like to see those two guys rumble. That's a good rumble, man. Definitely a good rumble. I like that. Herkovich, I like that too. And Thomas, he likes that Herkovich fight. So I would love to see that. I would love to see either him fight either one of those cats, man. No more dinosaurs though. Let let's fight some guys that's in your peer group. Oscar De La Hoya. All right, we already got the message. We already heard what Oscar had to say. Moses Atama, the future of the heavyweight division. Well, that's what the show is talking about. Is Moses. Everywhere you go, that's all you see is Moses, 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 Moses. As everybody's talking about him. You know what I mean? Because he's bringing resuscitation back to the heavyweight division that's been up and down so much. The Tiafimo Plan B. Shakur Stevenson says we gonna run it. Message to Lamont Rose Jr. What's up with T.O., man? T.O. be calling everybody out, and next thing you know, they're negotiating and the fights fall through. Yo, this dude is a professional clout chaser, is what he is, man. That's all he is. He's a professional clout chaser. I don't like him. You know what I mean? You know, that's it. That's all he get from me, man. That's it. Moving on. Tyson Fury calls for Moses Tama to wreck Usyk. All right. I showed y'all that video already. What's next? Herkovich and Adele War stole the show. Yeah, that's the fight I was talking about. That was pretty decent, y'all. That was pretty decent this weekend. All right, what else? Andy Ruiz says Jake Paul has a better chance of beating Anthony Joshua than Andre Ward. Andy Ruiz says Jake Paul has a better chance of beating Anthony Joshua than Andre Ward. Wow. You know, like I said, this ain't the first time that Ward talked about how if he was to fight, he would want to fight Anthony Joshua. And that's because I think he sees something, man. And we know that Joshua seems like his heart pumps Kool-Aid. His recuperative powers are horrible. So I see why he's calling him out, man. You dig? Yeah. I mean, the fight would go to distance. The fight would definitely go to distance, man. All right, what's next? Eddie Hearns takes on who Moses Atama should fight next, Herkovich or Parker. Either one of them I'm okay with. Either one of them I'm okay with because I'll learn something from either one of those fights. Either one of those I will learn from, so that's a good thing. Next, Nick Ball calls out Inoue after victory over Sam Goodman. Okay, but you're going to have to wait because right now it looks like Inoue will be fighting Ahmed September the 14th. There you have it, man. So that who is Inoue, which is a good fight. I'm looking forward to that. I know y'all probably would be looking forward to that particular fight as well. What we got here? All right, we already did that. Did we do this one already? Okay, let's see what else we got. Okay. We did that. Okay, look like we done pretty much. Hold on now. No, it's some more. Nah. Okay. Look like we done went through everything. I do have one video I do want to show y'all with Gary Antoine Russell on his possible next opponent. Check this out, y'all.
We've obviously just seen your brother, Gary Antonio Russell, pick up a big win. How happy are you to see?
I'm ecstatic, honestly. Man, I'm proud of him. Too many more. You know, we our worst critics, so I grade him lower than what people think. You know, but that's a personal thing. I honestly think he did a phenomenal job outside of my personal critiquing. You know.
The brothers are absolutely flying at the moment. Obviously, Gary back in the ring with a win the other week. Yourself, WBA 140-pound champion. When are we going to see you back?
We're in negotiations right now, as a matter of fact. You know, so y'all just gotta stay tuned. I'm looking to unify. So it's only but so many people with titles out there. Don't run. Just stay tuned. Like I said, just stay tuned.
Well, we know one of them's tied up. Mateus is tied up, so that only leaves 3. Can you give us a little hint, maybe Richardson Hitchens?
It's possible. It's possible. You know, he been talking a little bit of trash. He been shit talking a little bit. So I want to put that to the test. Bring that my way.
Let's just say that bout is next. When are we looking at that maybe happening?
Hopefully, I would want it to happen before the end of the year. Before the end of the year. Why not? Let's close the year out with getting another title.
And in terms of Hitchens, what have you seen in him maybe that gives you confidence that you're the one to beat him?
There's really no dramatic change. You know, he got more belief in himself, but as far as skill set, there's no change. And I don't think that he possessed what I possess.
It is. What do y'all think, man? Y'all like that fight? Antoine versus Hitchens? I like it. It's sexy. It's for unification. You know what I mean? So definitely a doable thing. So and the way he smiled when the interviewer asked him that question, it makes me think that is who they are in negotiations with. Unification, and I like that. So that's good. Boogerman said I got Antoine, maybe even by stoppage. Wow. Okay. I like the fight. I like that one a lot. So hopefully we'll see what happens with that. You dig? I just need these cats starting to fight, especially the 154 division. I want to see the 154 division start fighting, man, because they got the most talent running rapid right now, and those are the fights we need to see. But listen here, y'all. I appreciate y'all rocking out with me today. Sorry for about the technical difficulties, but we did get a chance to get through everything here in the hangout. Don't forget at 2 o'clock to check out Cash Sports. And after that, at 4 o'clock, we got Just Do Boxing. Then at 9 o'clock, what's it? 9 o'clock, we have the Rise podcast, man. So make sure y'all check out everyone today. Other than that, it's your boy Jay Hardcore Boxing News. Appreciate you all, and I'll see y'all on Hump Day. Man, how you turn this damn thing off? And we out of here. Peace.